I hate every last one of you. This is the Pessimistic Red Panda, and I'm back with a new video. Yay! Fuck you. First off, I want to give a shout out and warm regards to my boss lady at Retail Afghanistan. She recently lost her father, and her father, her daddy, that was her heart. You know, I've never been through that kind of pain, with loss or anything like that. My heart goes out to you and your family in this time of mourning. And Retail Afghanistan, we stand behind you. This brings me to the topic of my video. I really can't do funerals. I've only been to 2. And the first one was for somebody that went to my school who I didn't even know. I just went because my friends went. The second one, though, was a lot more memorable. So with my boss lady's father passing, my coworkers asked me if I was going to the funeral. I'm not going. And the main reason is my anxiety. I get really jittery at those kinds of things. I would consider my boss lady as one of the strongest people I know. And that's crazy. But she is. She's been through a lot. And just seeing her down like that, and broken, I want to be there to support her, but I don't want to fall out from having a panic attack. No, it's a weak excuse, but whatever. Think what you want. A lot of people think that my anxiety is triggered by the viewing of a dead person. That's partially true, but I don't think that's going to play too major of a role. I've had something really bad happen to me at a funeral. After I tell this story, people are going to say, Pessimistic Red Panda, you have really, really thin skin. And my rebuttal to them is, I didn't do anything wrong to provoke the actions of this person. And it just proves how stupid and ignorant some motherfuckers just are, no matter what's taking place. So a few years ago, my best friend had lost his grandma. I really love this lady. Every time I came over, she would treat me like I was one of her own children. And my God, could she cook. Christmas, Thanksgiving, the macaroni and cheese, the spinach dip, the turkey, the dressing, the fried chicken, everything was so good. The best home-cooked meal I've ever had, ever, in the history of my life, all 31 years of it. The best meals came from her. But she got sick, and it just progressed. I guess she was sick for a long time, and eventually she passed. Her funeral was called a celebration. It was a celebration for her life, her memory, the lessons she taught. It was a celebration for her. So the Saturday it happened, a few of my friends and me, we went to the celebration. It was very memorable. I remember they had a live band. The message the pastor taught was interesting. Very interesting. That we should not celebrate the death of a person, but more like celebrate the memory and all the good things about a person. So when it was time for people to share memories of her, only a couple people came up. My friend delivered a very, very meaningful and powerful eulogy towards my friend's grandma. And I don't think there was a dry eye in that room. Now, even though I said there wasn't a dry eye in the room, it lifted everybody's spirits up. He has a really good way with words, and I believe he's an ordained minister now, so good on you, bro. Good on you. Then we took a church transport to where the body was laid to rest. After that, we returned to the cafeteria, and it was time to eat. I can't even remember what was on the menu that day. One thing I do remember, though, was this one girl that kept following one of my friends. And my God, this bitch was fucking ugly. We had to wait a little while the food was being prepared. And in the meanwhile, one of my friends and her, they were getting all lovey-dovey and shit. I didn't mind being a third wheel at the time because I've been 3rd, 5th, 7th. Hell, I think up to 13th wheel. Yeah, my love life sucks. But anywho, when the food was being served, she made him a plate. And we all started eating. I think one guy commented on him like, "Oh, found you a wife or whatever." I'm like, ugh, disgusting. Very fucking disgusting. And to eat in her presence, I'd probably be, throwing up. So after we were done eating, we started talking. I felt like that bitch's crosshairs was just targeted at me. This ugly bitch asked me,
"So, you went to college. What are you gonna do with your degree?"
I replied I was gonna try to find a job, which I've been looking and nothing's came up. She said,
"You ain't gonna find no job with your hair fucked up like that, looking like Don King's son."
And she started chuckling, laughing like it was really funny. That shit really fucking hurt. Because at this point, I've been looking for a job for about 2 years. No matter where I put my application at, be it McDonald's, Taco Bell, Wendy's, Zaxby's, fucking O'Reilly's, AutoZone, Lowe's, Home Depot. The list is so fucking long. I couldn't get a job in my field, and I couldn't even get a job doing menial labor. What the hell am I doing wrong here? I didn't even get called for interviews. I was broke. At that point, I really didn't know I was starting to get really, really depressed. I was so desperate to find a job, I would take almost anything. I would listen to like people I really had no business listening to. And then they would renege on me so fucking hard. Like the worst spade partners in the fucking world or some shit. And mind you, I've been called Don King before. It's like fucking middle school and high school or whatever. And these fucking malnourished brains of these fucking jit children can only call me Don King because of my fucking hair. It's like the first fucking feature they look at. They used to call me Chinese or rat, all this other fucking shit. And I've been picked on all my fucking life. But my response to these jit fucking children is, at least I have the decency to do something with my hair. Whether it smell like 3-day-old fried chicken grease or goddamn sour argan oil with traces of human shit. But by calling me Don King's son, that was a severe fucking insult. Don King was a horrible fucking man. He was a rich motherfucker, but a horrible motherfucker. He was a murderer. He stomped out an employee or an employer or some shit, and then got pardoned for it. He cut Mike Tyson the worst deal in boxing. Hell, maybe even sports history. He's a piece of shit human being. That nigga wasn't worth a sperm and egg to make his sorry ass. And to call me this motherfucker at my lowest of lows, really just fucked with me. Just scrambled my fucking brain. I didn't even say anything to this fucking thought. I can't even look at her for more than 2 seconds without dry heaving or throwing up everything. So what did I fucking do? Nothing. That's right. Nothing. I just remained quiet. One of my college professors said I'd always go back to my shell because I didn't go out and branch out with anybody because I had trust issues. I didn't fucking trust anybody. One thing I've learned in life is niggas will let you down. If I would have said anything to this bucktooth bitch, it would have caused a scene. And we just came from a fucking funeral. Why the hell does she have so much fucking hate in her heart towards me? And what the hell do I look like making a fucking scene? I wouldn't look no better than this grotesque, hideous, chicken head thought bitch who's as ugly on the inside as she is on the outside. So afterwards, my friend had to go to work, so he decided he would drop me off. On the car ride home, I was fuming. I was pissed. My friend who gave the eulogy from before, he asked me, "Are you okay?" I said, "No. That dumbass bitch called me Don King or Don King's son. I bet that dumbass bitch doesn't even have a college degree. And at that time, a college degree was all I had. It was like I was living that Kanye West shit. His dad gave him all those degrees, and they don't mean shit. And I can tell you, right now, a college degree in 2018 doesn't mean shit." And a couple days later, I found out I didn't even have to make a scene. My friend made one for me. He called out that thought for picking on me and pretty much cut off all ties with that bitch. I think it went along the lines of, "Why you gotta pick at my friend like that? He ain't did nothing to you. Now I want nothing to do with your sorry ass. You ugly anyway." Fuck. That's not verbatim, but that's probably how it went. And I'm glad he did that. Because now if you fast forward to now, he's married to a beautiful, intelligent woman, and they both have a very beautiful daughter together. Okay, let's go to the final thought. I know I just slick said college degrees ain't worth shit, but I want to give a shout out to my homeboy who just graduated. Congrats, my nigga. You really doing your thing. Keep it up, and don't let anybody hold you back, even me. Well, that's it. You can fuck off now.